this month of December, I'll be leading a walk of peace to herald the healing of our land. Let me therefore use this occasion to extend an open invitation to all of our youths, members of the diplomatic corps, civil society groups, students, gentlemen of the press, media, and other stakeholders to join me. I will want Folarin Falana, popularly called Fowls. I would want Debo Adebayo, Mr. Macaroni. I want an activist lawyer, Mr. Dele Farotimi. I want legendary son of Fela Seun Kuti. I will also want the Commissioner of Police.
If you do this peace work and there's no justice, we must do work for justice. We must work for justice on your behalf, because you don't know what justice means then. So we must work for justice on your behalf. That's why we put you there. We didn't put you there to work for peace. We put you there to work for justice. If you work for justice, peace will handle itself. The reason Nigeria is not peaceful is because Nigeria is unjust. Oh, Nadi. How are we doing today? Our own done better. My followers and I, you people, without you people, I will never be able to make this announcement. Look at me, look at me, look at God. Ladies and gentlemen, look at God. I have been invited for a gubernatorial walk. A gubernatorial. The distance of the walk has not been, this is the issue I have. I hear the invitation, but the governor don't tell us how long will they walk for. You know, they don't really tell us how long. I would like to know the distance of the walk, because I don't talk for Chinese television. See, I don't they go. But in case anybody here knows Sanwo-Olu, you can change my mind. See, my mind is not a strong mind. Nigerians always think that my mind is a strong mind, but my mind is not strong like that. I have soft mind. My mind is very soft. So, after deliberating with my lawyers, with members of MOP, we have decided that this work is 3 million naira per step. If someone can pay me 3 million naira per step, I want to do a minimum of 1,000 steps. Minimum. You cannot contract me for less than 1,000 steps. After 1,000 steps, I'll go to my house. So my charge for the work is 3 million naira. What is 3 million? That's 30 billion. How many billion be that? That are some serious billions. I don't know the maths. I don't know the maths. I'm lost here. But 3 million per step. Minimum of 1,000 steps. I can do more. I can even do 5,000 steps. Trust me. More fit. Fitness. Emotion. Governor, look at this. Look at my fitness. I can walk for 2 days. But 3 million per step. 3 million per step. What's going on here? Who be Mugu? Una see why these people are crazy. You know, and let me say this. This is not only to Governor Sanwo-Olu. This is not only to Governor Sanwo-Olu. This is also to all my colleagues. This is also to all my colleagues. Also, all my celebrity friends, journalists, NGO people, fellow comrades. When there is work to share money, when there's money floating around, nobody calls me. I know they hear one kind call. But as soon as one kind ishe karakara ti osowo, as long as one kind yes work don't come out, we say they go give people shishi. When we say that we just go suffer for there, they do a luta. Time to yab the government. Now that time, I can't remember say she would exist. Let me warn all of you and this governor. Don't ever. If you are not calling me when you are sharing money, stop calling me when there's no money for stupid work. Imagine this nonsense. Lagos State government do New Year show in the beginning of the year. I'm going to count all Lagos State government show. Lagos State government do New Year show. They don't call me. They do the show where they bring in the new year. They don't call me. Easter show. They don't call me. Okay, I understand. Maybe all this show na festivity show. Shehu is too political, so festive period. They feel no need Shehu. They do Independence Day show. They do Democracy Day show. They do June 12th show. All these are political. They don't call me. I dey my house. Hungry, they fire me. Hungry, they fire me. Now, they can't call me, say me I can't walk. Not be food I go chop for my belly first before I waka. They all the artists when they call, all the artists when they call for their show, they don't call invite anyone for the work. Thunder must fire somebody. I don't know who it is, but Thunder must fire somebody for Alausa. Somebody is receiving thunder. Somebody. Oh, Sharababa. The ancestors, please. Send thunder. Send thunder. This is a work of shame. This is a work of shame, you know. The answer the Kamari Kotoma Doju Tini. Kamari Kotoma Doju Tini. This is why politics without ideology is not. You expose yourself as a spineless man. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain to you what Sanwo-Olu is doing. If you now follow this whole Lekki thing, judicial panel of inquiry, NSAS protest, if you now follow which I know they talk from the beginning, what thing they happen here now? What thing they happen here now is proving me right. It's proving me right. The first thing say I tell us someone no protest. Let's organize ourselves to take power from these people. So you see, because we are not organized, because we're not de-organized, the criminal, the criminal now is the one judging himself, right? Now he creates inquiry, judge himself. Now the inquiry we create, find him guilty. He find himself guilty. Now he's in a position where he must also punish himself. You realize why everything need to be like this. Now the criminal judge himself. Now the criminal find himself guilty. Now the criminal need to punish himself. How does one punish oneself? How does one punish oneself? Me, I know say it's impossible for someone to say he resign. Me, I know say it's impossible for someone to say he resign. It's impossible. And me, I don't even expect him to talk say he resign. I expect her to talk say he go step down after in first term. You see, if someone who talk today say with everything will happen under Sanwo-Olu's leadership, too many people have lost their lives. Negligence. I am charging him with negligence. Negligence that led to loss of life. So for that reason, I feel say, because now what he really guilty of be that. So he should say to people, I will step down after my first term. Say, I don't see say this work of Lagos State pass me. I will step down after my first term. No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. We are just going to jump straight to peace. We're going to give peace a chance. Well, it's obvious Nigerian people are not interested in your peace. They are interested in justice. I don't say many of Nafino watch my show for channels just now, the interview where I give. But it's important say I say this. They say, Seun, why you know they support say many people enter street, go protest, go fight. Seun, why you need to do this? And I always tell people, say, me, I prefer me people organize. Because with organization means we become more dialogical with each other. More dialogical. Now we'll talk to ourselves. Right? We'll talk to ourselves. This government never wants to talk to people. We the people no reach who they fit talk to. You know, because why Sanwo-Olu go announce my name for TV without consulting me first? Shey me I feel invite Sanwo-Olu to my event without telling him first. Shey I feel say MOP is doing and we tell the governor to come and expect him to be there. They go say, I don't sabi how things be. How can you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? I'm 30, I'll be 39 years in January. You don't understand? I'll be 39 years in January. So I'll not be small picking, right? I get daughter, I get wife. I employ about 20 people all over this world, full time, that work for me, full time. 20 people, fam. Not only in Nigeria, you get the ones where they pay dollars, you get the ones where they pay pounds, you get the ones where they pay euro. All over the world. 20 staff. Full time in my pocket. Minus the hangers on, no. Minus the responsibilities. But you know if you call me to know whether I one day involved in your peace work, to know whether I one day involved with your plan, to know one day I am the pro tem chairman of MOP, another aspiring political party. I am building a political party. You as governor, you did another political party. You know, there's no, where's the respect? Over 1 million ni pro tem chairman MOP lè pè mí lórí phone announce orúkọ tèmi. I'm the pro tem chairman of the movement of the people. It might mean nothing to you people, but it means everything to me. So I go leave my party, come when they work out with the governor of another party. If you call the chairman of PDP, why you not call chairman of PDP? May come follow you do work. If I war me, if I war MOP, movement of the people, mop that is coming to mop everywhere clean. If I war me, number one, that's the first mistake. I am a party, pro tem chairman of a party to be. The movement of the people. You can call anybody you like that. But you see me, you go write official letter to my party. I go write official letter. When you write the official letter, then my party will deliberate on the issue. We will not come and have meeting with you. Demand certain concessions from you on the behalf of the people. The people that want the community. And before I could say that community, you remember, say some people from the community went to testify at the panel that witnessed the shooting. The governor said they go demolish that community. We will negotiate for you to return that people to their home, those people to their homes first. There has to be negotiation. You will dialogue with your people. If you want to make us representative of the people, then do it properly. Sanwo-Olu no fit win second term for Lagos State. Let me teach you people the politics of what is going on, because in future they go say they call for peace. They call for peace, we reject. They say we reject peace, but this is not peace. You understand? This one are like, when person blow you, don't do somebody anything, or he come, he scatter your eye with blow. When you want to come fight her now, they come, oh, you say, man, you know verse, man, you know verse, man, I talk peace. This that kind of peace. This not be peace. This is an insult disguised in the name of peace. So this is what is going on. Sanwo-Olu no fit win second term. If APC will use Sanwo-Olu to save face, they will remove him as candidate of the party. Because they said, don't say no fit win election for this Lagos again. So MOP go say, APC go say, them be the party of justice. Them be party of justice. That's why they remove Sanwo-Olu, the bad governor. Did they hear? They will come bring new candidates. So Sanwo-Olu knows that his career as APC governor is over. He's trying to build a new alliance outside of the Tinubu political machine. He wants suddenly overnight turn himself to governor of the people, governor of peace. And he's trying to co-opt the people into that. It can't happen. I will be Mugu now. I dey beg with that, what I do fall for these people, their tricks. We'll begin again to see for ourselves. By ourselves. What we need to see, we won't no wait for them to show us picture. So that's what is really going on here. It's on a political move on Sanwo-Olu part. You know, and me, I cannot be party to that. Last but not least, now justice. Justice is the only thing that can work for peace. Justice is the only thing that can work for peace. Now, peace is not something you work for. If we the people they work, if we the people they march, we the people they protest, we are protesting to the governor. We are protesting to the government. If the government self can't they protest, who are we? Is it talking to? Who is the governor talking to? If the governor is marching to, are we marching to Abuja? Is the governor trying to say, are we marching to army cantonment, defense headquarters? Are we marching to meet the army people to complain that they kill people without the governor's knowledge? Or are we marching to Abuja to meet presidents? Where is this march? Where are we marching to with the governor? Where is he walking us to? I remember when the whole African leaders say because some terrorists to go attack Europe, African leaders carry themselves, go Europe, go they protest against terrorism. Then what is the point of power? What is the point of power? If you as our governor cannot assure peace without protest, if the governor cannot secure peace without work, without march, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Where are we walking to? Gongo 9 be the issue we may even want to know. Where are we walking to? So, please, Governor, let justice work for peace. In life, all of us must know, say, nation building is deliberate. Nation building is a deliberate act. You understand? It shows how unserious our government is, where we say that they plan this. Okay, just imagine say that they say this work of peace. Imagine if the governor actually thought this thing was important. It not be boju. It just not be slap in our face. It just not be insult upon the blood of all our martyrs who don't die throughout the time to bring us to where we did today, from Nkrumah to the youth of Lekki, from Lumumba to all the people they kill for Orile, all the martyrs where Africa don't get, we don't die, we don't spill blood for this country. If not be insult, if not be this work of peace, not be insult to their name. Is it supposed to be arranged so shabbily? If this was real, not be only governor go stand there. We go away in they call our name. We go don't stand. We go take there with them for that interview. Why? Because we have had meetings. We don't discuss. We don't commit to plans, to real tangible plans. We go give the people justice. Where we say, yes, things are about to change. All of us go stand with them because we don't see, because it will be a real plan. The work will be the beginning of a plan. The work will be a symbol of something. Something tangible, not a token. Not be say, because they won't pay 3 million naira per hour step in the work, because I never forget that one. It will not be just because they want to give you 3 million per step. That will be part of the tangible plan. No, but it's not a tangible plan. It is to save one man's career. You see how Sanwo-Olu turned in career to peace. You see, that's a work for Sanwo-Olu's political career. A work for Sanwo-Olu's political career. They turn out to work for peace. Now see, the way he equates his own political... Well, sha, Lagosians, bold away to... This might be Sanwo-Olu letting us look, babe. See, APC oba pick ohun, tell about pick me. If na no pick me, there will be no peace. Oh, my daru. Baba won't do Jacob Zuma for them. Oh. Baba wants to go full. I mean, you won't go full Jacob Zuma. Let's work for peace. Oh, don't me my daru. Work for peace, ladies and gentlemen. Well, me, I will not be there. I will not be there. And if this so-called work for peace is announced, before there's any tangible justice, before Sanwo-Olu himself announces he's stepping down in the next 2 years, cannot say he can never say he resign. You know, we as Nigerian people, if this goes on, we must declare work for justice. Not W-A-L-K, work, W-O-R-K. If governor announced work for peace on the 10th of December, Nigerian people or Lagosians, since now our governor, Lagos governor, more no disturb Nigeria. Since now our governor won't work for peace. If you know on 10th of December, we Nigerian people must activate work for justice by 9th of December, because there must be justice before peace. There must be justice before peace. So if the governor is going on work for peace on the 10th, we Nigerian people must go work for justice on the 9th. Because obviously, we must remind him that there must be justice before peace. There must be what? Justice before peace. Justice. And everybody knows in this world, for the governor to go, as the governor they go do this peace, so it means say he's negating justice in the name of peace. And we know that justice delayed, justice deferred, is justice denied. And this is over 1 year of delay. This is over 1 year of delay. This is over 1 year of deferment. So justice is already being denied. And we are going just no. We must work for justice. We must work for justice. It pained my heart that an educated man like the governor read that kind of speech for about 10-15 minutes, and inside all that thing where him read everything about the justice was rhetorical, rhetoric. He did not say one tangible action. Just last night, some policemen still harassed my wife. Why should Nigerians be harassed on the road still for driving their cars? The only reason a Nigerian should be stopped by police is if the Nigerian is being investigated, or or you commit traffic offense. If you not commit traffic offense and you are not under investigation, why should anybody have the right to just stop you on the road? Only black people. This thing they happen to all over the world. Even police for Europe and America are stopping black people up and down. You come to our country too, you can't move in peace as a black person. Anywhere we have police harassing us as black people, there's no safe space. So we don't know the date of your peace walk. But if you do this peace walk and there's no justice, we must do work for justice. We must work for justice on your behalf. Because you don't know what justice means then. So we must work for justice on your behalf. That's why we put you there. We didn't put you there to work for peace. We put you there to work for justice. If you work for justice, peace will handle itself. The reason Nigeria is not peaceful is because Nigeria is unjust. Too many injustice. Injustice left, right, every corner injustice. There's injustice in every government policy. There's nothing this government does, any government, previous government, where we the people find fair. Whether now on a subsidy policy is not fair to the people. Policing policy is not fair to the people. Counter-insurgency. Even the tactics when I take the kid, say I want to fight terrorists. Now civilian they hand pass. Look, that's our federal governor way off phone, say because of bandits, off the old telephone. Still the bandits were working. Now people they suffer. Why are you people like this? Why can't you just concentrate on justice? Concentrate on doing the right thing. You cannot work. Peace is something peace is a symptom of a just society. An unjust society cannot demand peace, cannot work for peace. You can't do anything. Peace is something that comes out of something. Peace is a symptom of justice. When you are in a society and it's just, then peace will come to that society. You can't just demand peace. Just the way you cannot ask people to love you. It's like you are demanding that we love you by force, Mr. Governor. It's like you are saying, love me by force. That's what you are saying when you say, come and walk with me for peace. It means you are saying people should forget what the people are feeling doesn't matter. That because you are ready to settle, everybody's feeling doesn't matter. That since you are not feeling that way and you are ready to find peace, everybody must be where you are emotionally right now. That we must all come to where you are politically. We must come and meet you where you are. You are not even trying to come and meet the people where the people are. Mr. Governor, the people are still on the side of justice. You might have moved on to peace. You cannot demand us to come and meet you there. We are not emotionally ready. We are not politically ready. Individually, most of us are not ready. We can't come. You have to come to us. You have to come to us. And until you are ready, you can't call us to your peace. Nah, fam. Especially, you know now, I'm not your boy. I'm not the... Are you giving me... You said, I've never seen your office. The last time I've seen inside governor office in Nigeria, Tinubu was the one sitting down there. And a chairman, me and I get business that time. Not you boys. It's me and your chairman that time. 99. Now me do all in show now. I'm no money, free. Based on ideology. Since then, I've not seen the inside of any governor's office. So I'm not one of your boys. Where they give money, where they give position, where they call Luna. I have never, nothing about me has happened in Alausa before. You people, you not know. Deep down, the truth, you people know the truth. Now, know the person will never come secretly play for a party before. We never come anywhere on a day. Yes, we have mutual friends. As Lagos boys, we have mutual friends. And they go events where they meet, you know. But I leave. If it's too close, I leave. Then the one when not too close, you know, I just ignore. No. So why waiting cause familiarity? You know, so yeah, that's that. That's that. I have nothing else to say. Me, I'm not ready to come and meet you on where you are, Mr. Governor. Emotionally and politically, I'm not ready. So maybe others are, you know, but I'm not. But also, another word of advice: you cannot talk down on the people anymore. It's no longer possible for you to talk down to the people, Mr. Governor. And you can't talk at. Let's dialogue. You must understand dialogue now. Dialogue. You understand? I explained already that oppression is a dehumanizing act. Oppression is a dehumanizing act. You understand? Oppression is a dehumanizing act. So anybody benefiting from oppression that is in this kind of a position, you have dehumanized people for so long that you no longer see our humanity. and only humans dialogue. I keep telling you people, this is the reason why African rulers all over Africa never want to have town hall meeting with their people, discuss with their people, like when they are looking for votes, the way they come and meet you and be talking and be, you never see them doing it when they have power. It's because they do not see you as a human being. The only time you're a human being is when they need your vote. After that, you are less than human. You are beneath something they can talk. They cannot talk to you. You are not human. They are human. They are human. You understand? So they talk to themselves every minute, no matter how stupid what they are saying is. But you are not. You don't deserve that right. Then they have pets. See, among us, the dehumanized, some are now pets. Because even though you are a pet, you are not a human being. A pet is just a loved animal. You know, and that's why those pets are nothing but errand boys. If you have owned a pet before, you know that you don't have conversation with your pet. You give your pet some treats to eat, some treat. No. You send it, go sit down, stand up. Or you use your pet to entertain your guests. If it's a pet you have trained well, you know. So you have sent this pet to learn music, or you have sent him to learn how to draw, or you send him to do comedy. You use it to entertain your friends. When you entertain your friend finish, you showing your friends the tricks that this your pet can do. You give the pet tricks. You give him his treats to eat. The pet will be happy. But that pet cannot express his own opinion to you. The day that pet expresses his opinion, you will show him pepper. You lock her inside a cage straight. So some of us, because we are pets, we think that they see us as human. But that's not human. Are you a human? That the only thing they give you is order and treats. Oh yeah, go and do this. Go and build that house. Go and buy that car for this person. Go and arrange this contract. Go and deliver that oil. Go and do this. Go and hide that money. Go to Dubai and meet this person. You say you be big boy. You say you be big boy. You are a pet. Fucking pet. So they are pets among us. So those pets mistake being a pet for being a human being. I'm gonna die in this country, man. We need to get our brain correct. People are going mad. People are going mad here. Mad. Nigerians, we are. You know, we are so much that we can create our own little crazy life, crazy world. Nigerians have created a crazy world dominated only by Nigerians, just Nigerian shit happening, and we even think this our Nigerian thing is affecting the world. Half of the world don't even care. People in China don't care. People in India don't care. Half of the world don't give a fuck what we are doing, but we'll be talking as if we are doing everything. The whole world is just there and it's a lie. It's only we. It's just we. It's just we. And that, well, listen, it's just we. It's just we. You know, so that's it. We are not ready. The governor has to come to where we are. We are not going to beat him. Peace, guys. Peace. We must claim our humanity. Whether they think we are humans or not, we must claim our humanity. It is not their duty. See, I tell you, let me tell you, those that dehumanize us and think that they are human, they are dehumanizing themselves too. Because there's no way you can dehumanize somebody without dehumanizing yourself. You understand? I always give this example. If you see where they beat, if you see where police they beat somebody, that police they beat the person, you know, they dehumanize cockroach. You know, that's why what they say, you know, you fucking cockroach, bloody civilian, you know, you animal. The terminologies are not human. They dehumanize, even with the words. As they are doing that, I'm beating you. As they are doing that, they too are dehumanizing themselves, because you, when they watch, you are saying, look at that monster. Because to you, that police is going to be human being again, a monster. Right? So our duty, we have a duty not only to humanize ourselves, to save ourselves from this oppression, we have a duty to save them too. And the way to save them is by removing them from power. Removing from them the ability for them to dehumanize, the ability for them to dominate. You understand? By doing that, we will humanize them. Because they will now have to come to terms with their own humanity, separated from the blinding effects, the dehumanizing consequence of their power. When you remove it from them, it rehumanizes them. They too begin to heal. See, this is not an anger thing. It's not a vengeance thing. We are trying to also save them while we save ourselves. You feel me? We are not only saving ourselves, we are saving them too. It's a mission to save the oppressor from oppression. Anyway, I always say to you people, the reason why these people behave like this, now the way them be, they've been trained to be this way. You understand? When they were learning from white people, I keep telling you, you know, white people picked a few of us to train as army, to train as clerk, to train as a fire carrier, for train as civil servants, you know, law clerk, hospital technician, to help them as when they be doctors for here, all those white people. So they were people to train the first handpicked black people in the ways of the new world. So when they were trained, and these people were all racists. So when they trained them, they trained them like monkey. They thought, oh, these are, so they were training them with hate. So these people think that that is how you operate with human beings. I'm telling you, the way the ancestors trained their grandfathers, and their grandfathers trained their fathers, and their fathers trained them, that's how they think is the normal way to behave. That if you are more than somebody, if you are teaching somebody, if you are in a position of authority more than somebody, you must use that authority to abuse the person's humanity. That you are doing the person, you are putting the person, you know. That's what they think, man. Please, let's understand that in knowing how to handle and relate with these people. You know, thank you very much for joining the live today. You know, even some people say don't take. Today will not take now. Not even up to an hour. Cheers. Please. Don't forget, if there's work for peace on the I don't know the date, I'm just saying hypothetically, let's say the governor picked 10 of December for his work for peace. We the people must work, W-O-R-K. We must work for justice on the 9th. Because justice must come before peace. Justice before peace. Peace is a symptom of justice. Peace is a symptom of justice. Justice, peace. Make a Congo peace.